The setup for the 50th games, as in how the tributes are prepped for the arena, differs from the trilogy, which is much more individualized. Sunrise on the Reaping, spoiler warning, you've been warned. Here's how it goes in Haymitch's games. The tributes have breakfast in their living quarters with their mentors and district partners. The escort has them searched and brings them to a van, and when they're chained up in there, an official injects them with trackers. The vans take them to a runway with 6 hovercrafts, and tributes from 2 districts are put in windowless compartments and strapped into seats. This sounds a lot like what they did for the first Hunger Games film. Once the tributes arrive at the arena, they are escorted by peacekeepers to their individual launch rooms as a group. Once in there, they have a quick moment to put on the provided uniform, and their stylists will stop by and check they're dressed properly. The games start at 9 o'clock in the morning in whatever time zone the capital is in, and notably, launch room is a proper noun in the trilogy, but not in Sunrise. It's only called a launch room once by the voice on the intercom. It seems that over the years, the Capitol formalized the name of these rooms and incorporated it into the game's broadcasts. So in Katniss's era, getting to the games is much more private. Each tribute has their own stylist at this point, and they accompany their assigned tribute from their living quarters all the way to the launch room. Tributes do not see their mentors, escorts, or each other the morning of the games, not even the ones in their own district. Stylists go to their room in the morning, dress them, bring them to a hovercraft that awaits them at the training center. Katniss is picked up on the roof, but we don't know if that's the case for the other tributes. An electric current temporarily paralyzes them once they touch the hovercraft ladder, and it hauls them up, and while they're still frozen, an official injects them with their tracker. It seems like the same sort of tracker as Haymitch's. It's injected into their forearms, and these could even be the same actual trackers from Haymitch's game, since apparently they take them out of all the tributes, dead or alive, and reuse them. Gross. But reduce, reuse, recycle, I guess. Then the stylist is brought up into the hovercraft, and an AVOX brings them to a private room for breakfast. We're not told if each tribute has their own hovercraft or if they're grouped together but in separate rooms. I think the latter is more likely, they just stagger the entrances and exits so nobody sees each other. Reminder, hovercrafts are luxe and elaborate like the train in the books, versus in the films where they're stark and industrial looking. The tributes and stylists stay in their private room as they fly, and there's windows they can see out of for most of the trip, but as they get closer to the arena, the windows black out. The stylist and tribute exit the hovercraft into the underground level and are given directions to the private launch room. Both Katniss and Haymitch call this area the stockyard. So the tributes shower and they're dressed by the stylist, who also has their token. They wait a while and there's more food provided, and then an announcer orders them to go in their tubes. I couldn't find an exact start time of the games in the trilogy, but it could also be 9 like Sunrise. I mean, it's in the morning,